r/AskReddit. Non-Americans of Reddit. What is the Bigfoot or Area 51 equivalent of your country? In New Zealand we have moose. Or maybe we don't have a moose. No one's really sure. Canadian here. Moose are not a particularly stealthy animal. Unless they are sneaking right behind you ready to tackle you. Right. You may wonder how something like that isn't known. The reason people think there are moose is because we definitely did used to have some. Moose were released into Fireland way back in the day to try and start a moose population for the hunters. The reason people don't think there are moose now is because the last photograph of one was in 1953. The reason it hasn't been ruled out is because Fireland is the most remote and out of the way part of the country. The further south you go in New Zealand, the fewer people there are, and Fireland is a big national park way at the bottom. No one lives there, and only a few people go there to have a look. And they don't really go marching all around it. They just take boat tours and such. In Sweden we have Skogsrö and Norken. The former is a hot naked woman from the front, but her back is hollow and rotten. She's the ruler of the forest and can make your rifle never miss by blowing on it, but also tries to seduce you and make you lose your way in the woods. If you have sex with her you lose your soul. Norken is a hot naked guy who plays violin in lakes and rivers. He seduces women, but if they go near the water he drowns them. Basically, don't let anyone seduce you. You will die. In Germany, we have Bielefeld, which doesn't exist. No one has ever met anyone from there, and if you have, they were probably crisis actors. The Bavarians, of course, know of the Wolpertinger, a terrible creature that looks like a rabbit with wings, horns and fangs. In 1999, 5 years after the myth started to spread, the city council released a press statement titled Bielefeld gitt es Doch. Bielefeld does exist. However, the statement's publication date, the 1st of April, 1999, April Fool's Day, was ill-chosen as it unwittingly played right into the humorous conspiracy. Best part? No. This is. German Chancellor Angela Merkel referred to the Bielefeld conspiracy in public when talking about a town hall meeting she had had in Bielefeld, adding, "If it exists at all, and I had the impression that I was there." In France, the Dahut, a legendary goat-like animal that roams the Vosges mountains, with a key advantage. Its legs on one side are shorter than the others, enabling it to run at terrifying speeds on the sides of mountains. We have the Derry, pronounced Dahu, in Switzerland, which is probably related. It is supposed to roam the Jura mountain range. There are 4 subspecies. Shorter left legs, shorter right legs, shorter front legs, shorter back legs. I believe they all have names linked to the direction they can walk around the mountain, but I can't seem to remember them now. Sad. Traditionally, hunting has to be done during moonless nights. Some people go up the mountain, sneak behind the beast and scare it by making a loud noise. One individual has to be at the bottom of the mountain with a bag, and will have to catch the animal that will roll down the mountain after losing its balance. It is also required that the hunters bring wine during the hunt, as they will get tired from sneaking and shouting. However, as the catcher has the key position and needs both hands to handle the bag, he doesn't get to bring alcohol. I'll let you guess who the sucker is. The Yeti. I am from Nepal. My ancestral home is nearby Mt Manaslu, 8th highest peak in the world, and my relatives would tell me stories about Yeti-like creature gathering herbs, orchard, and it also killed goats and other livestock. Obviously Scotland has Nessie, but Scotland also has a thing called Kelpies, which is some crazy ass horse thing which runs about the locks tempting people to take a ride before being a dick and drowning you but running underwater. They can also shapeshift, which increases their trickiness. I'm not sure what their stance on 350 is though. In Otago, New Zealand, there has been reports of big cats, panther-like, mainly because of livestock dying in farms, and reports of seeing a giant cat, but it'll never be found because of the fields and forests. So we can't know for sure if NZ has a random panther somewhere. Australian here, there are a few. The yowie is basically our Bigfoot. It doesn't get brought up much though. There has however been much speculation into a small big cat population here though. Black panthers mostly. Many alleged sightings. One of my cousins included. There is also a similar thing regarding the Tasmanian tiger still being alive, which may not be as dangerous as a Bigfoot or big cat but is a really freaky animal. As far as our Area 51 equivalent goes, nothing comes to mind. Argentinian here. We have our very own Loch Ness monster. We call him Nahulito as he resides in the Nahul Huapi Lake. We also have the bad lights, said to be devious spirits that appear in the middle of the night to lure farmers and devour them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Reddit content.